Hello buddy, welcome back to another episode of Just So I am playing Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Sorcery build. Last episode we began the playthrough and we had a good look at what we needed, and I'm still working on my strength to be able to use a longsword. And aside from that, I did get some more sorceries available to me, so now I have 60 soul arrows instead of 30. Aside from that, I'm just punching enemies to the death when I don't have any magic anymore. And that is basically all that happened. We also, of course, made it over to this part of the game. But I usually make it over here, I think, in the first episode. Magic! 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 Oh yeah, I forgot something that I was going to do in this playthrough. Every now and then I will probably yell out my spell names. Like an anime character. Well, I won't actually be yelling because that's not really my style, but I do think I'm gonna do something like that sporadically. The thing is, Soul Arrow just feels a little bit bleh. It doesn't really... I don't know. It's not much special about Soul Arrow. Wow, nice. Especially when you miss it like that. There we go. Do you really think you can handle the magnificence of my spells? Now I get to say it. Now I get to laugh at, what's his name again? At Straight, there we go. For being a shitty mage. Alright, let us venture forth. Through, the Forest of Fallen Giants. Well, I would say that. Wow. Outstanding maneuver right there. Wasted 2 of them. 2 of my 60 soul arrows. My god! We're gonna get you up first. Well, I was gonna try to point blank him, but he just decided to be like, nope. You ain't gonna do jack shit. Oh, there's an item over there, yeah. Punch! Get up. Yeah, I was really scared of rolling over there because, you know, it being a bridge. And I still have, you know, bad control sticks, so if I'm unlucky, I might just fuck something up and then I'll roll into the wrong direction. Even though the camera is the worst, though. My actual control stick is fine, but the... Oh, crap. It's the camera stick that is the worst. If I have to, you know, this is gonna sound like I kind of want to explain what it feels like to play with the controller that I'm using right now. So the way that I move with my control stick that allows me to move to the left stick is very hard in a certain way. It's kind of difficult to move this stick around. And then the other spectrum is the camera controls, and this other stick is just ridiculously loose. And when I, for instance, pull to the right and then release to the left, sometimes my control stick goes all the way back to the left, and my camera will automatically scroll a little bit to the left like this. So I basically have to keep my finger on my right stick. I have to stop it myself, because otherwise the camera's gonna go nuts. And my left stick requires a little bit more effort than the other one. Like than you would normally have to employ, I would say. So yeah, joy. Yeah, wasn't close enough. Yeah, I was gonna get hit by that. Let me go and drink. Drank. And goodbye. Let me also go and do something else for a moment. There we go. Hello. Goodbye. I don't have fire bombs on me, so it's probably a good idea for me to make it so that he throws fire bombs over here. I hate the fact that these things can aim so well. It's unfair in a certain way. I'm also gonna wait for this guy to maneuver all his way all the way over here. Magic. It's a kind of magic. A magic. Bonk. Magic and punches, baby. I am a wizard. I'm a wizard monk. That sounds a little bit OP. Because both of those classes in D&D are OP. Well, I guess everything can be OP, really. Come on. Are you actually fucking kidding me? I'm gonna start running, like walking over this way. There we go. I died, but who freaking cares? I got the thing to blow up. And this, my friends, is why you buy a firebomb. Because otherwise you have to deal with that. And now we are not so good looking, so let's go and fix that. I basically don't use my humanities for anything except for the thing. What's it called again? For Dark Lurker. That is one encounter where I'm gonna have to use my human effigies. Son of a bitch. But outside of that, I don't need to use my human effigies for basically anything else, so. Are you coming, buddy? There he is. It's Spearman! We're going to just get rid of that shield and then punch in the face. Don't you love the fact this guy can still throw bombs at me? Goodbye. Goodbye, my friend. It's been a pleasure. Oh boy, boy, boy. Okay, nice. 60 soul arrows. Is that enough to kill the pursuer? I guess we're gonna find out. Because I've never fought him with spells before. Nah, it's a decent amount of damage. And I can still punch him if I want to. The thing is, I don't have any adaptability, so... 2, and then that's it. Are you gonna do the charge? Yeah. Yeah, boy! I think I might have enough soul arrows to be able to kill him. Punch. Ah, yeah, punch for that solid 20 damage. I'm gonna drink. Might have been a bad idea though, because the pursuer isn't the easiest enemy to heal with. Need to wait for very specific attacks. And even then, it's not guaranteed. Also, trying to fight like the double pursuer battle in Drangley Castle is pure hell. I think I did it in my dexterity playthrough, yeah. Yeah, and it was pure hell. It was the worst. I'm never doing that again. If you're wondering what you can get from that, it's the Ring of Blades +2. Which is quite an interesting and a pretty good thing to get, but... no. Just in general, no. It's really annoying, trust me. There might be a way to cheese it or to have an easier time with it, but... I had a ridiculously bad time with it. I died a lot of times. I also have an itch on my face. There we go. Managed to scratch it in between the pursuer's attacks. I should be able to kill this guy with the amount of soul arrows I have. It's just gonna take some time. If you're wondering, you do not have to fight this guy right now. You really don't. For people who've never played Dark Souls 2, hell no, you don't need to. He's actually an upcoming boss normally, but if you kill him over here, you don't have to deal with the boss. Even though it makes no difference really if I fight him over here, over in the arena. The only difference is that I get the souls right now. The souls in the Ring of Blades. Once again, for the people who've never played Dark Souls 2, the Ring of Blades increases your physical damage output. Which is not particularly amazing for me, but it's still a boss I'm gonna have to fight, so I might as well just try to beat him over here. Because then I can use all these souls to get myself some stuff. It's also gonna take me some time before I get my first actual magic NPC? Wow, NPC. Because I'll be dealing with basically this entire area, and then one more area. Or 2 more areas, actually. And only then will I be able to get my magic merchant. Then I can buy myself some more spells. Alright. He's almost done, but I think if he hits me with a good combo, I might actually die, so... Let's try to avoid that. There we go. Ring of the Pursuer. Yeah, sure, no, Ring of Blades. It is technically the Ring of the Pursuer, but... And once you've defeated the Pursuer, because fuck you, these guys start walking all of a sudden. So normally if you run away from the Pursuer, he will just disappear. And if you die to the Pursuer, he's not going to reappear. Oh, son of a bitch. He's not going to reappear in that arena after the first time you defeat him. Oh, sorry, the first time you fight him. And then these guys will just be there. They will just lie on the ground, and once you get on top of the platform, they will wake up and attack you. All at once, because this is Dark Souls 2, and they really love to gang up on you. In this game. It's one of the... it's one of the complaints that a lot of people have with Dark Souls 2. Or I would say it's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like Dark Souls 2. Because the difficulty can be more unfair than the other Dark Souls games, I would say. There's a lot more gang-ups in this game. Which is, in my opinion, still the most difficult thing to deal with in Dark Souls, and that is multiple enemies. That is something you just have to learn, really. And even once you've learned it, you can still get wombo comboed and die. Alright. So, I want to upgrade my strength so that I can... and also, you know, Estus Flask Shard. That's one of the biggest reasons why I go up there. Just to get to this Estus Flask Shard. And then, so, how much did I need again for the longsword? In the end, I'm gonna need 18 dexterity and 18 strength, so it doesn't matter what I use. Really. So this one was 10 dexterity. But I think the longsword is more damage, so I'm gonna go and buy myself a longsword. While we hear this thing driving past. 10 strength, 9 dex. No, that's the wrong thing. Okay. So 10 strength and 9 dex. And then I think I'm gonna put the rest into adaptability. Why? Because adaptability... Let me go and explain this for people who've never played Dark Souls 2. So, adaptability, there's a couple of stats that are very important in this game. Of course, there's Vigor, which is just your HP. Stamina, your equip loads. Attunement, which is for my spellcasting speed, and also being able to equip multiple spells. Strength speaks for itself. Dexterity also. And now adaptability boosts your agility and various resistances. So stuff like bleed, poison, petrify, and curse resist get upgraded from that. And also agility. Boost ease of evasion and other actions. So the thing that this allows you to do, the stat over here, is it basically makes it so that you use your items faster and that you have more iframes when you roll. This is the only game in the Dark Souls trilogy that does this. A lot of people also dislike this mechanic, but whatever, it's in the game. I don't care about it too much. But yeah, the thing I usually do when it comes to agility, I want to bring the stats to 100 basically. Once you have 100, I feel like that, for me personally, is enough iframes to be able to deal with most of the attacks in the game. And that's it. You can still further increase it, but to me personally, there's not really a lot of points. Now, by upgrading attunement, I will also get some form of an increase in my agility, I think. But we'll just see how it goes. Alright, let us continue with this place. Now that we can finally have a sword. Okay. So I think I want to go over to the place where Kale is. But first, let us go and murder this guy. Or at least try to. Still, one of my favorite things, this might sound a little bit random in a certain way, but one of my favorite things in any form of magical world or whatever is a spell blade. That's one of my favorite things, or a rune sword or something. People that just use swords and magic. To basically infuse your weapon with magic and use that in battle. It's one of my favorite concepts, I would say, for a character. That's also why I really like it in Octopath Traveler, even though it's maybe not that useful. I don't know. That's another game that I will be playing it in the not so distant future, actually, I think, because I'm really in the mood to replay that game, and this time actually 100% finish it. Now, sayonara, suckers. Because I have finished, I would say, the story of the game, but I haven't reached like the true ending, and I haven't done all the side quests and all that jazz. And those are the things that I want to do. Because I want to fully explore that game, because it's a beautiful and awesome game. And if you like RPGs, you should probably play it, or at least take a look at it. You don't have to play it, but just take a look at it and see if you like it. And then play it if you can. It is, no wait, it used to be only on the Switch, I think, right? I don't remember, but I think it used to only be on the Switch, but now it's also on PC, so. But I'm gonna be playing on the Switch because I want to. And the game doesn't run bad on the Switch, so. You have certain games like Dragon Quest XI which don't run amazing, or like which run pretty dang bad, I would say, on the Switch. And then I would definitely recommend buying it for the PC, but I'm not gonna buy the game again for the PC. I've done that for Dragon Quest XI, I will not do that again. But that is a lesson that I've learned in any case. That is that if I can buy a game on my PC, I should probably buy it for my PC. Instead of, wow, I cannot believe that hit. I should probably buy it for my PC instead of my, Switch. Instead of my Switch and a flick. Yeah, I kind of expected it would hit me. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby. Ba-ba-doo-boo-boo. Boo-boo. I'm sorry. For anybody who absolutely disdains that freaking song. Unfortunately, this might sound horrendous, but it's either Lady Gaga or Britney Spears. I don't remember who sang this song, but at least those characters were quite active in my youth, in my childhood. So that's why. That's why I reference songs like that. Really. Okay, now we have the dude with the shield. It is so weird and different to play with magic there. Well, just in a certain way, the way that it makes everything so much easier is insane. The fact that you can just attack at range and still do a sizable amount of damage kind of negates the difficulty of a lot of things in Dark Souls. That's also the reason why a lot of people think that, you know, being a magic user is OP and that it's not the way that you play Dark Souls, or that you truly experience Dark Souls. I will say it's entirely different from doing the physical builds, but that makes sense because I would expect there to be a difference between using magic and using physical builds. Right, Hollow Soldier Helm. And there should be, I think, Great Magic, or Great Soul Arrow, right? Great Magic Arrow. Huh? Don't remember that spell being in the game. I didn't buy the first Lockstone. That is more than a little bit unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna roll this way, because the chest doesn't shoot behind it. Give myself that Titanite shard. Knock on the door. That's gonna make these boys open the door, which will then allow me to shoot them with magic. There's actually, wow, there's actually an auto aiming feature with magic. I never noticed that. Well, how could I? Because I've never used freaking magic in this game. That's interesting. And really cool, actually. Wow. I did not expect that. Life Ring and Lark Titanite. Now I do think I want to go back. I want to go back and buy the first Lockstone. Because I feel like that is necessary. Also, is my recording alright? I know in the corner of my eye I sometimes see things. Well, I'm recording in 30 FPS while I'm playing on 60 FPS, so I guess that might be one of the things that makes it look so weird. Right. I need 4,000, Jesus. Lowly times these are. Can I get 4,000 even? Well, I guess I don't need to solve the pursuer technically. Let me go and use all of these and see if I can get there. That's such a ridiculously big joke right there. Let me go and kill something. That should give me the souls I need. Yep, there we go. I'm not going to use my soul the pursuer for that. Don't abandon the poor old lady. I think she will only give me the serpent ring once I've... once it's in Majula, probably. Once again, people, the walls. They're in the walls. They're coming out of the walls. Well, not really. The walls are eating them. It's the other way around. The walls are the real enemy in this game. Well, no, the real enemy in this game is gravity. Gravity is humanity's, or just like the undead, the undead's biggest enemy. Because it's the one thing that you can always die to. And there we go. The Chlorensea ring. I don't need the life ring though. I don't really care too much about that one. I kind of need to do some research on rings, I just noticed. Because I don't remember, like I don't know which rings are good for magic builds. Hello, Pete.
What? Oh.
Well, who am I to judge? Alright. And then... it's a trap! And then we have... me and the boys coming in. Coming in hot. To kill this wizard lady. Oh, nice. These guys with their great swords, or with their bastard swords I think they are absolutely insane. Look at how fast they attack. I think another thing that makes this game kind of weird in a certain way is the way that the enemies move. The movement is very weird sometimes. Sometimes they attack really fast when you don't expect them to. Stuff like the Hate Knights are the worst. Aromatic ooze. A hidden wall. With the sorcerer's staff in it. And some amber herbs. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have used amber herbs earlier on. To restore my spell uses when I, you know, was out of my spell use. Eh. Whatever.
It allows undead.
Alright. Then I get myself the white soapstone. Somebody already blew up that field of explosive barrels. Which I don't care about really, so. I have these buggers over here. Can I hit you from over here? Yes, I can. Oh yeah, magic builds, baby. They allow you to cheese! go and kill this invisible dude over here. There's a couple of them like this in this game. And I drop the smooth and silky stones. Right. I hate that jump so much. Do I even need to do that jump? I don't really think that I need to. I in general probably don't really need to go up here, but meh. Mailbreaker and infantry helm. Also, if you can hear anything from my controller, like if you hear some squeaky noises, those are my control sticks, by the way. That's the state that my control sticks are in. Now you might be thinking like, hey, why don't you just go and buy a new one? Because this one isn't that old. And I want to use it until it becomes absolutely unplayable with. Because that's the way that I work. Gotta save money, even though it's not like I'm low on money or something, but oh, son of a bitch. But I would like to save money where I can. That makes it so that I don't run low on money. I have more enough soul air stuff. So another shitlord. Then we have another ironclad. Oh, ironclad! I thought I was gonna get stuck behind that box, but he decided to prove otherwise. Hello, you can attack? Thank you. This is what I mean with, like, the enemy sometimes being weird. The AI is not always as predictable as in other games, which is an issue sometimes. It makes it a little bit more difficult to deal with a lot of enemies, because of how sometimes unpredictable they can be. Goodbye. At least that's what I think, once again. I don't know the reasons why people don't like... Well, I know like the general reasons why people don't like this game, but not... I don't know the actual issue with it. And I guess the actual issue is for everybody different in a certain way. I think there's homeward bones back there and just a halberd, and that's it. And I don't care about that. Because then I'll have to deal with another group of hollows. Which, surprise, surprise, I don't want to deal with. I think I'm also going to have more and more moments where I'm just going to be ignoring a lot of things. Just like I did in Dark Souls 3. Just because I have a better understanding of where certain items are and which items I need to go and pick up. And then I can just ignore the other ones. And make the playthrough go a little bit faster. Now I will go back, I think, because I need to go and heal up. I need my weapons and spells to heal up in any case. I think I can level up, right? Yeah, barely. I'm thinking about also upgrading my my weapon, maybe. My catalyst. I will be, of course, using every single... Like, I'm gonna be getting and upgrading every single weapon like I did in the strength and dexterity playthrough, so it doesn't matter if I... Like, which one I upgrade too much. There we go. Let's do it. Alright, it becomes a little bit better. I guess I could upgrade the longsword. But I don't need to upgrade the longsword. But I think I'm gonna do it for now. The first weapon that I can truly get... How long is it gonna take for me, actually? To get the first of these weapons. Like the first of the magic-focused weapons. The crazy thing is, I think that... Yeah. The craziest thing is the fact that the Moonlight Greatsword is the first one of these weapons. So yeah, I'm gonna be sticking with a longsword or something else for a long-ass time. That's for sure. Now let's see. I could have tuned these boys over here, Great Soul Arrows, which just do more damage. But also have less casting time. I like less casts of it. I guess I'll go and test it out, see if it's worth it. As I bump into my mic. Alright. Why is there... What is happening all of a sudden? Why do so many people playing this game all of a sudden. I think it's because of Elden Ring. I think it's because Elden Ring has been announced and the release date has been announced for Elden Ring not too long ago. So I think it's probably one of the biggest reasons why people are quite interested in playing through the Dark Souls franchise again. And Dark Souls 2, surprise, surprise, is also a part of that franchise. Some people may not want to believe it, but it is. It is aptly named to Dark Souls 2, so... I also don't think I have to do any quests. Right, because if you look at here, you have Benhard's quest, you have Pate and Creighton's quest, which I don't need to do. And I think it's all the quests that you have, really. Well, the rest aren't really missable, I think, by not summoning people. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I do think I need to do... Yeah, I need to do the Royal Sorcerer Navlan's quest. Which is gonna be quite interesting. Because I've never done that before. I shot a soul arrow in his ass. You shot me right in me ass with a soul arrow. If you're wondering, Great Soul Arrow is a soul arrow that takes a little bit more time to cast, but does much more damage. Or like a bit more damage in the case. At some point we're also going to get Heavy Soul Arrow, which then does more knockback damage, I think. And also more damage, but I'm not 100% sure about the more damage part. Alright, rip off your arm, please. There we go. Hit him with all of them spells. Magic, baby! Who needs to use a sword when you got magic? No, you're not that... Well, one more. There we go. Magic makes some bosses a lot easier. But it also makes some bosses a lot more difficult. It's a balance, my friends. It makes some things easier, some things more difficult. I feel like the bosses are in general easier with magic. But the normal areas are more difficult, I think. Because of how cramped they can sometimes be, and then you have to use your magic in tight places. Which is not always an easy thing to do. Ah, the Lizard Staff is one of the weapons that I need to get. Or one of the catalysts. Also have even more hiccups. Hello. Go on, it's cheap on you. You're my only customer. Buy something. There is of course this stuff. The only thing, like, this only increases your item discovery though. And the rest really doesn't do much. But I don't want to spend all of these souls on life gems though. Nah, okay. I was hoping that you would sell me, I'm sorry, I was hoping that you would give me the covetous silver serpent ring. She probably will once I've gotten the fragrant branch of yore that she sells. I like this piece of armor quite a lot. Thanks very much. Whilst I run into the wall. My god. That's it. Also the Hollow Soldier stuff, which I like enough, I suppose. But this one I really like. So I think I'll stick with this. I could also buy the other pants. Well, actually, no, wait. I'm going to get a piece of pants that I really like, so. We also got the house key from Kale. In the Forest of Fallen Giants, which allows us to get a Ferrous Lockstone for free! For free! All the oil, the lady. Don't you love memes? This one is an old one, I think, though. It's been a long time since I've actually been up to date when it comes to the memes. When it comes to la memes. I also just, like, back in the day I spent a sizable amount of time on 9gag. But I don't do it anymore, really. I avoid that place like the plague. Reason being is because there's just a lot of negativity, and the last couple of times that I've seen anything on it, it's just not funny, and it's just a lot of depressed shit, and just, nah. Also a lot of really dark humor and bad humor, and nah. I'd rather just think up my own stupid jokes. And maybe see a meme or two, but I'm not interested anymore. Okay, I'm gonna not break this. Let's go over here. So I do have a bit more titanite, so I think I'm gonna go and upgrade my catalyst again. And the catalyst that I'm using right now will probably be a catalyst that I'm gonna be using for a sizable amount of time. Right. There we go. Oh, large titan also. Wow, jeez. The power! And then, let's go and upgrade my Aestus.
Is that a shark?
Is that a shark? That is indeed a shark. Alright, let's go and level up. So, now I could get some more intelligence and increase my damage. As you can see over there, you can see like the magic bonus. This is something that you will, like, if you increase your dexterity, you will also get attack and dexterity. And these are basically the stats upon which you then get your scaling. These are like I think the base damage you do together with your weapon damage. And I think this is the stat that depending on, this is gonna sound very complicated, maybe. I think that the number that you see over here is going to be the number that determines how much of a bonus you get on your weapon scaling, depending on how good the scaling of the weapon is. At least I think. Let's see. I could increase my intelligence, but I still really want to upgrade my adaptability and be safe on that front. Hey, just look at that. That character's wearing the pants that I'm going to be wearing. And also the shadow gear, which is a pretty nice piece of gear. That was very weird. Is it because of the flames that this... Yeah, it's because of the wind of the flames or something. Or just like... No, it's because of the wind. Okay. Right. We have 37 minutes. I think I'm going to end off over here, people. Next episode, we're going to go and deal with the rest of the place. The rest of the Forest of Fallen Giants. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next episode. Goodbye.